Hi students, today we shall discuss second chapter complex numbers. Okay, so in the high school you might have studied about natural numbers, then whole numbers, integers, rational numbers, and irrational numbers, and also real numbers, right? So after these, all these numbers we come across complex numbers. Okay, so there is a vast application in physics as well as applied science. Okay, so that we will not discuss here, but we will study what is complex number. Okay, so the basic concept or the basic thing that we get complex number is in finding roots of quadratic equation. Okay, so if I simplify x square plus 1 is equal to 0, while finding the root for this equation, root means the value of x for which left hand side becomes 0. Okay, if I simplify this one, x square is equal to minus 1, so x will be is equal to root of minus 1, or plus or minus we can consider, or square x is equal to square root of minus 1. So this number is considered as I. Okay, root of negative number, it is not a real number. Okay, because real number has a property that square of any real number is always positive, but if I square this I am going to get minus 1, right? So therefore it is not a complex number, so it is not a real number, so therefore a different number, so which is called a complex number. Okay, square root of minus 1, so that is denoted by I, or square root of any negative numbers minus 7, so that can be represented in the form using I. Okay, so we will go for the actual definition of complex number. So we define a complex number as any number of the form a plus ib. Okay, so any number of the form a plus ib is called a complex number, where a and b are any two real numbers and I is equal to square root of minus 1. So a and b belongs to real numbers and I is equal to square root of minus 1. So for example, you can consider any two numbers like 2 plus I3 or 4 plus I4, like that. Okay, so these numbers are examples for complex numbers. So this is the definition: any number of the form a plus ib, where a and b are real numbers and I is equal to square root of minus 1, is called complex number. Some examples we can give: 1 plus I3, or 4 plus I7, or you can also write I8. Okay, only I8. So similarly you can write 8, so etc. Okay, so here you can see that. Okay, I will explain why I8 and 8 is a real number, why it is complex number later. So before going to the that definition or the explanation, so a plus ib, right? So any number of the form a plus ib is called complex number. So in this a and b are two real numbers, right? So here you can see that a is independent of I. With a you don't find I right, as a product, but with b you find I, that is I and b are multiplied. So therefore a which is independent of I is called real part of complex number. It is actually denoted by small z. Okay, complex numbers, so denoted by z, and set of complex number denoted by capital C. Okay, so if you consider any complex number, then in that a is called real part. Okay, real part of complex number, real part of z, or b, it is called imaginary part, imaginary part of z. Okay, so b, because it is with I, so therefore it is imaginary, that is square root of minus 1, we consider it as imaginary number, therefore we call it as imaginary part of z, right? So that is, so if you consider this example, then 1 is real part of z, 3 is imaginary part. In the same way here 4 is real part and 7 is imaginary part. I8, so here you can see that I8 I can express it in the form a plus ib, because I can write it as 0 plus I8, where 0 is real number, so it is in the form a plus ib. Okay, The same way 8 I can write it as 8 plus I into 0, because multiplying any number to 0, answer will be 0. 0 plus 8 will be 8 itself. So therefore it is in the form a plus ib. Okay, here imaginary part is 0, here real part is 0. So thus I can say that every real number is also a complex number. So therefore I can say that R is subset of complex number. That means every real number belongs to complex number. Okay. Next we shall see equality of two complex numbers. Suppose if I consider two complex numbers a plus ib and z2 c plus id. Okay. If I consider two complex numbers, then these two complex numbers are said to be equal. Okay, if these two complex numbers are equal, if and only if real parts are equal, that is a must be equal to c and b must be equal to d. Imaginary parts must be equal. So then only we can say that these two complex numbers are equal. Okay, real parts a must be equal to c and b must be equal to d. So in that case we can say that two complex numbers are equal. So that is about equality of two complex numbers. Next we shall discuss algebra of complex numbers. Algebra of complex numbers means how to add two complex numbers, how to multiply two complex numbers, that is. Okay, first we shall see addition of complex numbers. So how to add two complex numbers. Suppose if I consider z1 is equal to a plus ib and z2 is equal to c plus id, then z1 plus z2, that is equal to a plus ib plus c plus id. Okay, adding these two complex numbers. So it is just like in just adding real parts and imaginary parts separately, that's all. A plus c, okay, adding real parts, plus I into b plus d, that's all. Okay, adding real parts and adding imaginary parts. Okay, this is how we add two complex numbers. For example, if I consider z1 is equal to 3 plus i4 and z2 is equal to 1 plus 2i or i2. So anything you can write, so I before 2 or after 2, no problem. z1 plus z2 is equal to 3 plus i4 plus 1 plus i2, that is equal to 3 and 1 are real parts. 3 plus 1 4 plus 4 plus 2, so I common here 6, I6, right? This is how you add, simple addition. So in the same way, if I consider one more example, z1 is equal to minus 4 minus I7, z2 is equal to minus 8 plus I3. So if I consider addition of these two, that is equal to minus 4 minus I7 plus minus 8 plus I3. Okay, adding these two complex numbers. So minus 4 minus I7 plus into minus 8 plus into plus I3. So now real parts, minus 4 minus 8 minus 12. Then you can consider plus I, or like this also you can consider it is like minus 7i plus 3i, which is like minus 7x plus 3x, like this also you can consider. So that minus 7i plus 3i. Okay, so that is nothing but minus 4x, right? So therefore you can write minus 4i. So you can consider I as x, and if you know how to calculate addition and multiplication for x algebra, so like that also you can simplify. So minus 7i plus 3i, that is equal to minus 4i. Okay. So let me consider one more example, that is z1 is equal to minus 7 minus I2 and z2 is equal to minus 2 plus I. Okay, so that is equal to z1 plus z2 is equal to minus 7 minus I2 plus minus 2 plus I, minus 7 minus I2 plus into minus 2 plus into plus I that is equal to minus 7 minus 2 minus 9, and here minus 2i plus nothing means 1 plus 1i, like minus 2x and plus 1x, right? Minus 2x plus 1x, like that. So that is nothing but minus x, right? So that is minus I. So minus 9 minus I. So this is how you can simplify. I hope you understood. Okay, in the similar way we will subtract. Okay, I will take examples. z1 is equal to 9 minus I3, z2 is equal to 8 plus I2. So let me subtract z1 minus z2. So there z1 9 minus I3 minus z2 8 plus I2, that is equal to 9 minus I3 minus 8 minus into plus minus I2, that is equal to 9 minus 8 1. Okay, then minus 3i minus 2i minus 3x minus 2x, that is definitely minus 5x, right? So therefore minus 5i minus 3i minus 2i minus 5i. So like this. So in the addition you will find plus, so while subtracting minus sign, that's all. Like you have to simplify with minus sign. So if I consider one more example, z1 is equal to minus 8 minus 7i, z2 is equal to 1 minus 3i, z1 minus z2, that is equal to minus 8 minus 7i z1 minus 1 minus 3i, that is equal to minus 8 minus 7i. So you have to put bracket, okay, always whenever you have subtraction. Even in case of addition it is not necessary, but in subtraction, so it is very important to put bracket. Okay, minus into 1 minus 1 minus into minus plus 3i. Now minus 8 minus 1 minus 9, then minus 7i plus 3i minus 7x plus 3x, so it is equal to minus 4x minus 4i, right? So like this you simplify. So this is how we operate, that is we add and subtract two complex numbers. Okay, you can try these two examples. z1 is equal to minus 2 plus I, z2 is equal to minus 7 minus 3i. Find z1 plus z2 and z1 minus z2. Second example, z1 is equal to minus 9 minus 4i, z2 is equal to 8 plus i5. Find z1 plus z2 and z1 minus z2. Okay, so write all these works, examples, calculations in your fair notes, and you can calculate these two and send me the answer.